So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today because Lake County, Illinois is rising. Lake County has joined 1 billion Rising around the world to stand up for justice, equality, and women's rights. This initiative started 2 years ago because the United Nations reported that 1 in 3 women will be victims of rape or other gender-based violence in their lifetimes. That tragic statistic is simply unacceptable. That is why the global community has joined together to rise up to end this violence and work towards equality and justice for all. This February 14th, 1 billion in more than 200 countries will rise, and I'm most proud that Lake County will join.
Get the rocket track, the bomb busting in air, gave proof through the...
Well, I feel about 6 inches taller right now, so thank you, Judge. I am very proud and honored to serve as your state's attorney, and I was very honored to receive the invitation to speak tonight. I want to thank the committee for inviting me to be here, and I want to thank all the agencies that are represented here today, all the agencies that are out in the hallway, all the elected officials, the community representatives, the judges, the law enforcement leaders, everybody that's here tonight that cares very much about this most noble of causes. I want to thank you all for being here. I also want to thank my wife, Andi, for supporting me in my career and for letting me come here tonight on Valentine's Day with our kids. And actually my parents are here too, so the whole family's here. I have a very important job. I would say I have the most important of all jobs. My job is very stressful. My job can be incredibly rewarding. My job can be physically and mentally exhausting. And unlike, I think, any other job that exists, my job allows me the opportunity to really affect people's lives. And I'm not talking about my job as state's attorney, that's secondary. I'm talking about my job as a parent, as a father. Because as parents, it's our obligation to raise children, to teach children the values of respect, of kindness, of dignity, of justice. It's our job as parents, and again, there is no more important job. According to the National Center Against Domestic Violence, and I think we all know why we're here tonight, but just by way of a reminder, 1 in 3 women will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. 1.3 million women are victims of physical assault by an intimate partner each year. 85% of domestic violence victims are women. And we all know that the vast majority of domestic violence goes unreported. Witnessing violence between one's parents or caretakers is the single strongest risk taker in transmitting violent behavior from one generation to the next. Boys who witness domestic violence in the home are more than twice as likely to abuse their spouses or children when they grow up. In fact, 30 to 60% of the perpetrators of intimate violence also abuse their children. And if those numbers aren't enough, an estimated $5.8 billion a year is the cost of domestic violence on our society. And over $4 billion of that is the direct medical and mental health cost to all of us. So what are we doing about it? I'm very proud of what we're doing here in Lake County. We definitely have a team approach. We have a coordinated, combined effort throughout the community. And in fact, in 1995, the Lake County Domestic Violence Council was established. The Lake County Domestic Violence Council is a county-wide effort with partnerships between law enforcement, the courts, social service programs, agencies that share the common goal of preventing domestic violence and ending domestic violence. I am proud to report that today, the Lake County Domestic Violence Council is as strong as ever. The goals of the program and the council are to coordinate efforts of all the member agencies to do three things. One, to promote effective prevention, intervention, and treatment techniques. Two, to improve the response to domestic violence and to reduce and eliminate incidents. And three, to promote effective community awareness and education. Some of the recent achievements of the Lake County Domestic Violence Council include the Treatment Provider Committee, which consists of more than 20 agencies. And the whole focus of the Treatment Provider Committee is to ensure that all the treatment providing in Lake County with respect to domestic violence is above the state standards. The Lake County Domestic Violence Council has also created a trifold safety plan, which educates victims, helps victims to stay safe, and gives ways for victims to provide information to victims who are planning to leave their abuser. In fact, the Lake County State's Attorney's Office distributes about 20,000 of these flyers per year. The Lake County Domestic Violence Council also participates in ongoing domestic violence training for prosecutors, for community members, and for the community. The council is active in participating in and instrumental in the creation of the 19th Judicial Circuit's Family Violence Coordinating Council. The council also developed the Be Safe program, which was developed through grant money obtained by the State's Attorney's Office, which is a program that helps train and educate children with respect to domestic violence. The council also provides guidelines to police officers to help with the interview of children. The council also adopted the 911 domestic violence cell phone program, which allows victims that don't have a cell phone the opportunity to receive a cell phone free of charge from the State's Attorney's Office so they can call 911 if they need to. They also brought the Illinois Automated Victim Notification System to Lake County, which allows victims, their families, and concerned citizens the ability to be notified when a defendant is released from custody. The council developed the standardized risk assessment form for law enforcement to be used in all domestic violence cases. They host national speakers on domestic violence issue and hold forums throughout Lake County in training with domestic violence. The council created a law enforcement evidence collection chart to help ensure that there is a uniform procedure throughout Lake County on the part of law enforcement in the collection of evidence in the domestic violence case. That led to the creation of the Lake County Domestic Violence Protocol, which also ensures that these cases are investigated and prosecuted consistently throughout Lake County, regardless of which police department handles the case. The Lake County State's Attorney's Office staff sit on the State Family Coordinated Council for Elder Abuse. We created the Teen Dating Violence Committee to address the needs of teens and educate the community about the ever-growing problem of teen dating violence. The council was key and a key stakeholder and helped write the grants which allowed the development of the new Lake County Visitation Exchange Center, which provides a neutral and safe environment for the exchange of visitation, so children don't have to be dropped off at a police station or at a Wendy's parking lot and see their parents argue. I mean, this provides a neutral and safe environment for children. In addition, the Lake County State's Attorney's Office last year began to specialize the way we handle domestic violence cases. Now every single domestic violence case, whether it's a misdemeanor or a felony, is handled by the newly created Domestic Violence Division. These are highly trained and hand-picked prosecutors that do nothing but handle domestic violence case. They work with specially trained victim coordinators in our office, as well as staff and our community partners with D100 and the Safe Place. We've worked very hard to forge alliances with our community partners to help ensure that when victims are going through the criminal justice system, that process is as easy as possible. And in fact, this year we included, in addition to prosecuting these cases, we now represent victims of domestic violence in order of protection cases, which was something that has never been done before by the state's attorney's office. We also recently created the Pets of Domestic Violence Committee, which is a program looking to build and maintain pet shelters throughout Lake County to allow the victims of domestic violence that have pets that want to leave their abusive situation and go into a shelter. And oftentimes shelters will not take pets, and oftentimes people will stay in abusive situations because they do not want to leave their dog or cat behind with the abuser. We're looking at ways to provide shelter temporarily for those animals so the victims can remove themselves safely from the situation. Those are just a few of the things that we're doing in Lake County. And I think it's clear when you hear that, when you look around the room and you look outside at all the booths set up and you see all the people that are here supporting this issue and all the resources that are available. I hope we can send a message to any victim of domestic violence that if they're in an abusive situation and looking to remove themselves from that situation, we're here. There are a lot of resources, there are a lot of opportunities, there are a lot of programs available to help. And we want people to come to us for help, and we have resources. We are committing to ending the cycle of domestic violence. We all know that this problem will continue to plague us until we stop it. Now, despite everything that is being done in the courts, and despite everything that is being done in the community and with law enforcement and the social service agencies, we can't fight this problem. We can't stop this problem on our own. And in fact, we need the community to come out, step up, and help solve this problem. Because all the power of the courts, all the power of the government, all the power of the police, that's not enough to stop this problem. The problem is stopped with you, with parents. Parents who want to stand up and raise their children. Parents that want to instill in their children the values of justice, of kindness, of love, of compassion. That's how we're going to stop this. Let's all work together to raise a generation of new young people that will grow up not knowing what domestic violence is. That's how we do it. Last year I was here, brought my wife, my kids, and on the back wall, like today, several kids had written notes. And last year, in addition to domestic violence, there was some discussion about bullying and anti-bullying programs, and I think it all certainly ties together. I thought my kids were in the back, sitting there, just wishing they were somewhere else and not here, certainly not happy to be here. And then afterwards, I went up and I noticed that my son and daughter had written notes on their own. And without any prompting, without anybody telling them to do so, without anybody telling them what to say, they had written notes and put them on the wall. My son, who was 9 at the time, wrote, quote, "We have to treat everyone with respect and make friends with those people who get picked on." My daughter, who was 6, said, I rise, and I would stand up for my friends. And again, here I'm thinking they're in the back, not paying attention, wish they were at Chili's having dinner. But they were obviously listening, they were obviously paying attention, they were obviously getting something out of this program. And it was a very proud moment for me as a parent. So let us all continue to work together and help raise a generation of young people that don't know domestic violence. I'm very proud of everybody in this room. I want to thank everybody in this room for their passion, their dedication, their commitment to this problem. And I rise and stand with all of you. Happy Valentine's Day, and thank you for having me.